Now I'm glad to invite the Herr Dr. Jacob Mackenzie, who is the editor-in-chief of Journal of Applied Physics B by Nature Springer and also professor of University of Southampton, for the introduction and presentation of Lohmann Holography Award, which is a new tradition. Please, the floor is yours.
So, thank you very much for the lovely introduction from the rector and from yourself. It's a pleasure to be here. I feel like a little bit of a fraud to be here because my field is actually in lasers and optical materials, not necessarily the holography and the imaging side of things. So, but this is Professor Anand's kind of brainchild here, this Lohmann Holography Award. And when he brought it to me as a kind of an idea for the Springer Nature Applied Physics B journal, we thought, wow, this is a great idea. It really will help the journal. It'll help kind of promote the area as well. So I think it's a wonderful idea. So thank you very much for the suggestion and bringing it to us to kind of introduce this new award. So as it shows here, it's a joint thing between the CIPHR group and Springer Nature, and we're really here to kind of commemorate and really honor the contributions from Adolf Lohmann. He was a new figure in my understanding. I haven't really come across this area very much in my research, but reading through the biographies, talking to people who knew him, he was a very humorous and very interesting man, and had some really fabulous contributions. So, particularly in this field of optical image processing and holography, as you can see. So, I'm here on behalf of Applied Physics B and Springer Nature, so I look forward to many contributions from the audience who are working in the field. It is an archival journal. It's a journal about really publishing your key results, the ones that really understand or underpin what it is your research is about. So it's not one of these high impact, high rapid, getting that information out there to the world. However, it's a very solid, getting your trustworthy results out so that other people can come and say, yes, this is really good work, and follow those techniques. So it has a very long and kind of strong history. It's about 45 years old, and it's still doing very well in its field. We want to push it back up into the kind of top 50%, and it's very close to that now. So, who is Adolf Lohmann? Well, as I said, I'm quite new to being introduced to this gentleman. He was born in Germany in 1926, did his degree in Hamburg around the early 50s, and then started teaching at this technical university in Braunschweig. And then I guess he got drawn to America, as quite a few very well-respected scientists did at that time, and was working the IBM and worked in their, or became manager of their optical signal processing division. So it's quite impressive when I think about this is really at the early stages of computing, and already at that time he's using those computers to create holographic images. So it's really quite astounding the work that he must have done at that time. And from 1967, he was in California, San Diego, and then came back to Germany in the early 70s, where he's founded the Applied Optics at Erlangen, and he basically was there until he retired in 1992. So we have some lovely images here of post-retirement and his family, his wife, and so obviously a very well-respected and loved man. He's and this is some of the stuff that's really impressive. These major contributions to the community, single sideband holography, developed in 1955. So this is obviously incoherent holography at the time, followed soon after in the next decade with computer-generated holograms. And that's what I find astounding, that already at that time, computers were probably still punch cards. It was already looking at generating holograms with this technique. And obviously that has really led the way for the field as it's known today, and the amazing technology we have for computer generation and implementing these holographic techniques. So, and as I can understand, he kind of continued advancing these fields in the community, phase-space optics, fractional transformations, all these sort of wonderful techniques that are used today in now really developing imaging techniques in the very, very near field, atomic kind of fields, to astronomical scales when you're looking into deep space. So he was already a very, very well respected and honored scientist, so with this amazing list of medals and accolades behind his name. And so clearly it was a major kind of person in the community, and we're standing on his shoulders as we continue with our research into the field. So I'd like to congratulate him again, and I would like to invite his granddaughter to come up and say a few words. Miss Franca Maya, sorry.
Thank you very much. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to say a few words about my grandfather today, my Opa, as we say in German, Opa Adolf. I can't really say anything about his studies, I'm not a physicist, but I can offer you a glimpse into who he was as a person, as a grandfather to me and my younger brother. When we were kids, we would spend a few weeks at my grandparents' house every summer and during the Christmas time. And I remember we were allowed to play in every room of the house except for his study, which was usually locked. But every now and then he would take us in there, and it would feel like such a privilege. We would carefully walk around piles of books and paper and marvel at posters of optical illusions. And then the best part, he had this ginormous chalkboard on the wall with calculations over calculations, and we were allowed to draw little images next to those calculations. Now, as you can imagine, as children, we didn't really grasp the scope of his professional success that we just saw. To us, he was simply our Opa. But from time to time, it did become apparent, even to us, that what he did was somehow important to a lot of people all over the world, because he would get visits from foreign scientists, some of whom had become my grandparents' friends over the years. And he had this beautiful wooden cabinet that seemed like a treasure chest to us children. It was filled with gifts he had received from all over the world. A bear paw from the former USSR, Japanese figurines, beautiful rocks, rings, boxes. So yeah, he did travel a lot during his lifetime. He lived in many different places, and he shared those experiences with us. He brought us many gifts. I have still today a beautiful, colorful kite from China, beautiful jewelry from Mexico, from Israel. But at the same time, he was very German. And he helped us kids to get a deeper sense of our own German culture. He would play old German folk songs for us on the accordion or on the piano, and my grandmother, Carla, would sing along and teach us the lyrics. I also remember his innovation to make German breakfast, muesli, it's a cereal, more efficient. At first, he had his muesli, his cereal, and his coffee, and he would drink it separately. But then he had the idea of just pouring the coffee over the cereal and eat it at the same time and be ready for the day twice as fast. When we stayed with our grandparents, it was our Opa Adolf who discovered the world with us. He shared our curiosity about nature, our adventurous spirit, even if it sometimes got him into trouble with his wife. And I guess this curiosity, this need to find out how something works, is something that children and scientists share. I'm sure that my grandfather would have been very proud, and he would have felt very honored to know of this award. I would like to thank everyone organizing it, and I'm very happy to be here today. Thank you. It's lovely to meet you. Thank you.
And I just want to say a personal thank you, because it's actually astonishing that we managed to get Franca here today. I mean, it was less than a week almost that we finally managed to reach out and get contact, and you've come here and given it lovely memories of your grandfather. Right, I guess we move on to the kind of the actual surprise of who we're going to present our inaugural Lohmann Holography Award to today, to honour their contributions to the field. And I'm happy to announce that is Professor Joseph Rosen from Ben-Gurion University in Israel. And we'd like to thank you. A few more things to say about our award recipient, Professor Rosen. Is obviously born in Israel and has done his education there and working in the field of interferometric electro-optic signal processing. And this was back in the 90s. And then went to America as well and did some time there in the Air Force Base. He's been kind of instrumental in doing lots of wonderful stuff with computer-generated holography, and including things like the Fresnel correlation holography and the coded aperture correlation holography. So lovely words with good acronyms to follow, Finch and Coach, and clearly that one was done in collaboration with Professor Anand. Further extending the iCoach, the interference-less coded aperture work, and nonlinear reconstruction in 2018. So these are fantastic kind of contributions to this arena of holography, and very much the basis for why we are presenting you today the inaugural Holography Award. So thank you very much, and congratulations again. And I think that's me. Thank you very much, and I'll hand the chair back to you.